Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to War on the Sea, a new game out by Killerfish Games, the developers of Cold Waters. This is a World War II strategy and war game that allows you to fight through the Solomon Islands campaign, specifically the Battle of Guadalcanal, on a strategic map if you play during the campaign, and then as different fleet elements sort of run into each other, you get to fight tactical battles, almost in kind of a total war-y sort of way, although there's a lot of differences. There's no base build. Well, there is a little bit of base building. There's logistics and things like that, but it's very different. This is episode number 7 of our Let's Play series, and we've just fought and lost a night action against Japanese heavy cruisers in the Guadalcanal area, and we're picking this up from a live stream. And that's kind of all I have to say about that. The one thing I will say about this episode is there's quite a bit of downtime in the next hour to 2 hours of gameplay with a lot of submarine actions that I've kind of shown a lot of on the channel already. So I'm going to kind of hop around a little bit and jump through some of this live stream, a little bit more than usual, to try and keep things a little more interesting while also helping us move along and sort of, catch up a little bit with where I'm at in the live stream series, but also to kind of avoid showing you the same, essentially 5 things that happen every time I engage with submarines. Cruiser Task Force, that would just be foolish. Meanwhile, Task Force 7 with the Indianapolis, Atlanta, and Lavetti is also going to retreat back down the slot because they badly need repairs. And so that's going to put us back quite a bit in terms of our timeline, I think. Go ahead and unload these guys. So we just unloaded 100 fuel at Ranelli, and so we'll send these guys back to New Hebrides, and Ranelli now has 100 fuel and 100 engineering, which in theory is halfway toward a level 2 airfield. What I'm not clear on is what benefits leveling up your port on a base has. Like, I could build a level 1 port, but I don't fully understand what that would do for me, because I can never... Whoops, I guess I just did that. Lol. I didn't actually mean to click that button. Okay, actually, Task Force 7, why don't you do this? Retreat over that submarine line. Maybe you'll get the Japanese to chase you that way. Alright, so these guys immediately are going to turn around. Oh no. Task Force 7 has an encounter. The 4,000 Marines. Well, it could be these cruisers, actually. It is. I mean, they have the damage they suffered before, so they're almost out of ammunition. I'm just going to try and retreat right away. Looks like I can. I don't know, maybe it was a submarine that hadn't fired torpedoes yet, but it let me retreat without any problem. I'm kind of confused here. Who's this? That's Task Force 7. But this is Task Force 7? We have 2 Task Force 7s? Alright, so this enemy task force, 2 destroyers, 1 light cruiser, 1 heavy cruiser, probably the force that just engaged us, might actually be chasing Task Force 6 here. Let's also... Well, it's still nighttime. I can't get my B-17s up. So our subs might be able to... The Thresher and the Triton are coming in. Might be able to do some damage here. We're good on torpedoes, right? Yeah, these guys haven't done anything yet, I don't think. Awesome. All right. Hard over to your right. Hard over to your right. The lead enemy formation. 2 rear turrets, 2 forward turrets. Recognition manual. That's the heavy. And it is what? Is this the tone? 2 facing rear, 2 facing rear, 2 facing forward, 2 facing forward. Nothing on the back. Yep. Looks like the tone to me. There's the enemy task force. We're at 5,000 yards. That's kind of a pretty big distance. Now they're moving at 26 knots, so I don't think they can hear me. So I'm going to make flank speed just on the assumption that they can't hear me. Ideally, I would be a little bit more straight on, and I could just fire spread down the throat of the formation. But if they're making 25 knots, I don't think they'll be able to hear me. So flank speed for both these boys. The gray ports, all you have to do is drop some infantry on them and they're yours if they're unoccupied. I don't know exactly how attacking occupied bases works yet, but I do know that attacking unoccupied bases like the gray bases, you just drop troops on. That's how I took Ranelli Island and the Santa Cruz Islands. Keep the spread narrow. What do you think? 3 degrees? God damn it. Submarine attacks are so frustrating in this game. It's just guesswork unless you can get in like 1,000 yards. Hope you had a good stream, Wolf. This is what's left, by the way, of the Japanese task force that just wiped out our surface fleet. Well, then the Atlanta and the was it the Atlanta and the Indy made it out? The Portland sank? No, I don't think it lets me do anything with the fish. It doesn't let me set speed or anything. It just, like, gives you a fire control percentage, and you gotta pray and hope. The wider spread might have been the way to go. You can see this spread way more coverage. So I think if that first ship had fired a wider spread, we would have gotten at least 1 hit. These guys fired from further out, so they're gonna... That last one's gonna be real close. Hey, we got 1 hit on an enemy destroyer. How's the reloading going? Not so great, huh? Actually, cut in that way. So the tone's gonna turn away. This guy's turning in toward me, despite the fact that he just got hit by a torpedo. The other ships are all turning away. One of these destroyers, I think, suffered heavy damage in the battle, so I'm not sure if either of them... I'm not sure which one we hit with a torpedo. I mean, they can definitely hear me now because I'm moving at 9 knots. But I might be able to get a rear fish on them. If I can turn fast enough. I already ordered the Triton down to 200 feet or something like that. So you can see we're sitting at 130 feet and we're going down. Should slow down a little bit probably, although maybe not at this range. 250 feet, let's go. I don't know where the surface is here, but let's get deeper. Deeper, Chief. Deeper. Alright, so we've got one tube ready in the front. She's dropping depth charges. They're coming down very close. Oh no. Oh, they're all over us. Minor damage. Rig for silent running. Ultra quiet. Thank you for the follow, Hero Chelf. Where are we at with our fish here? One torpedo done, one more done in a minute. We're just 700 yards away. I don't know why it's annoying that I have to, like, change your target. I already hit the T on that button, but okay. He's listening to try and hear the sub. I'll fire my Mark 14s right over the top of him. All right, 36 seconds for a second fish. Newhauser, the front torpedo tube didn't fire. I never fired any of my fish. That's what happened. $15 seconds. I wonder if he's going to come after me. He's going to be like, hey, we see that other sub. He is turning. I don't know if he hears Triton or if he's... I'm going to end up firing this fish right over the top of him. All right, we've got 2 fish ready. What is he doing? Is he going to straighten out? Oh, fuck it, fire. That's not a great solution, but I'm just praying that it works. No duds, please. He's already turning, so that probably will make it miss, but... Those actually look pretty good. I don't think he can get inside of that. A dud! Hey, we got a second one at least. Ugh. Nothing like the clank of a dud Mark 14. Mullitus, the formation fire works well for surface ships. Wolf, I don't know if you're still around. Have you had any success with formation fire with submarines? I have not. By the way, this enemy light cruiser's still hanging around. Do you want to come join the ASW party? Because if you do, I've got a couple of subs that are hungry. I think that destroyer's going to sink. It's dead in the water, that's for sure. It's a second torpedo into it. I would think it would sink. You need betting for dud numbers. Yep, she's sinking. Why are they not shooting? Is this a bug? Fire the damn tubes. Oh, they're damaged. Well, maybe they're... No, it doesn't... It says the propeller and the rudder are damaged. I don't know. Whatever, dude. Can you fire or no? That's too far behind. Yeah, I'll leave once these fish run. Hope I didn't just kill my own sub, though. That would be pretty funny. There's no way that's gonna hit. No, they're not out of fish, Lightfoot. Although we got a pretty wicked gyro angle there, but he's turning hard, so that'll miss. Might hit my own sub, though. Hey, Triton, you got torpedoes incoming? Why don't you go a little bit deeper? 200 feet should be good. I think that'll get you out of the way. Nah, they're gonna miss him anyway. Alright. Oh no, is he gonna turn into him? He's probably still too far out ahead and too fast, but that'd be hilarious if he turned hard left and into him. These two will miss for sure. These have a chance. These forward two. Well, even the third one. Probably not. Well. 2 hits. 3 hits! Ha ha ha! Stupid cruiser captain. What an idiot. Well, I guess he decided, ladies and gentlemen, we have just invented the kamikaze. Oh, man. 3 torpedoes should be enough to sink the damn thing, right? How many fish do we have left on here? What's the tone doing? She's just going in circles? I'm only going to do the tone if it lets me time. No. So, we sank 2 more enemy ships. We sank a destroyer of 2,100 tons and a light cruiser of 5,100 tons. So this enemy task force is down to 1 heavy cruiser and 1 destroyer. I would be tempted to engage it if it wasn't for the fact that my heavy cruiser is in such rough shape. But 12 more command points gained for us. 7,300 more Japanese tons of shipping down to Iron Bottom Sound. So there you go. Maybe that'll cause the Japanese to turn around. By the way, the enemy's up to 62,000 tons lost, including 3 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, 3 destroyers, and 2 subs. Hey, we detected an enemy submarine with our aircraft. Begin. Okay, we know there's an enemy submarine somewhere around here. Why our types 3Cs would be on the flank of the formation rather than inside the screen of a destroyer flotilla is beyond me. Submarine, where is it? Come on, pause, pause, pause. Where is that submarine? I see the aircraft. Go shoot that guy down. But it said we spotted a submarine bearing 058. Which should be north, right? Oh, shit! Remember, guys, we've got 3,000 Marines on board these ships. Evasive maneuvers! Hey, Mahan, go target that fucker. Cummings, you too. They're Marines. They know how to swim, right? Alright, so this type C that's probably likely going to be hit, I imagine. Hard to port! Or is that starboard? I don't even know. Oh no! You turned the wrong way! Wait, where's that gyro? Oh, you're gonna get hit. Just... no. I was gonna say, just the once? This guy's fish turn around on him? I gotta imagine this thing's sinking for sure. There she is. We got him, boys. Straight ahead of the Cummings. Or the Casson. Your orders are to attack. Attack and destroy that enemy sub. All of you. You probably can move a little bit. Two burning cargo ships? No! Did they both get hit by torpedoes? We lost the contact. We lost the damn contact. We literally just saw the damn thing. Where did it go? Well, you're probably moving too fast. 11 knots is a little... oh, no, it's right in front of you. I'm fucking blind sometimes. One of those cargo ships is like underwater. The other is just on fire. I don't even see this thing. Wasn't there a shadow before? Says they got a 95% solution. You gonna roll depth charges? Nope. Depth charge is going off this side of this one. You're probably gonna hurt this destroyer. Oh, there it is. Alright, so that first cargo ship just sank. You can see we're dropping. The Tommies are shitting all over us. Is this guy gonna drop? Probably not in a good position to drop. Everybody attack the damn sub. It's claiming we lost contact on it. Well, that's probably because the depth charges are in the water. And the destroyer that was tracking it probably passed right overhead. Those depth charges look too far astern. Is this the movie Greyhound? No. Sometimes I wonder if it's a James Bond movie with some of the music in the game, too. Alright, so we picked it up again. There might be some damage to the side of this sub. Why is he moving at 5 knots? Like, you're right behind the sub. Go charge it. Both of these guys. Gullaherm E. Zach, thank you very much for the follow. Could move a little bit faster, boys. So, is this the sinking type? Yeah, this is the one that's going under. May God save the Marines on board. This one is burning, but not sinking quite yet. I wish I could see which ships had which cargo. We've got 4 destroyers attacking 1 enemy sub. Meanwhile, my Wildcats are probably leaving. Go attack the submarine, boys. You're just gonna strafe water, but it's fun to watch sometimes. Again, I don't understand the 5 knots. Did they damage themselves, maybe? No. Yeah. No, it's not a formation. I mean, I guess they could be just trying to track the sub while the other ones come in to drop over top. It could be like a tactical thing. But I'm impatient. I want to sink the fuckers. Give me a... We've sunk 2 Japanese submarines. I'd like to sink a 3rd, especially after they destroyed 1 and probably 2 cargo ships in this battle. Looks like the case is coming by the Cassin. She's probably going in for a charge. Cumming's still sitting in. She's swerving away, Mahan. I think the case is going to make the next roll. Do maybe these other guys not have any more depth charges? No, they still got plenty. May just be that the AI's like, I can't attack with 4 ships simultaneously. It makes sense, though. I think usually the way the sub tactics worked was you had 1 sub that would sort of stand off and maintain the sonar contact, and then you'd have the other one that would go in. Hey, they're strafing it. It's right there, lads. Oh my god. What did they just do? Suicide planes. They just crashed into the water. What? I just ran over one of them. What just happened? Can one of you get into position and drop some damn depth charges? Just fucking do it. We'll see if the other Wildcats do the same thing. Meanwhile, it looks like the case is making a depth charge run. I think. It's hard to tell. I don't see depth charges dropping. They just went over it, and I don't think they dropped any depth charges. So they were set to attack, but they weren't set to depth charge? Okay, well, at least our Wildcats will get a chance to come see if they want to commit suicide too. All right, so charges are going down. I want to watch the depth charges to see if we kill this guy, but I got to see what these fighters do. We got to see if they do the same thing. Strafing. They did it! They crashed themselves! Fucking idiots! This guy looks like he's taking some damage from depth charges. He's at 300 feet and he's going further down. I think he's gonna die. They're emergency blow. They're coming up, boys. If they can get the water out, otherwise they're gonna be in some trouble. We saw one of our own ships die at crush depth. It was cool. The whole thing imploded. Not that like a crush depth is cool, but you know what I meant. I mean, I didn't set the altitude. Nope, it's sinking. They blew their tanks to see if they could come to the surface, but they were unable to. They were unable to make it to the surface. It looks like they had taken on too much water. I don't know if it's already been deemed as sinking, if we'll get to see it implode or not. It wouldn't implode if the entire ship was already full of water, right? It would only implode if there was still some oxygen in it, right? So, like, if the ship had flooded, would the whole thing get crushed still? I don't think so. The parts that still had oxygen in it would implode? Presumably, like the compartments that might have still been sealed off. I'm just watching because I know it said that it's sunk, but I want to see if it will implode or if it's just like once it says it's sunk, if nothing more happens. Because in our case, our sub was losing depth. It was going deep, but it didn't quote unquote say it was sinking yet. There you go. Boom! Poor devils. Well, they sank 2 of our cargo ships, so fuck them. They might have killed as many as 2,600 Marines. Maybe that's why our Wildcats crashed. They were like, no, my boy's on that ship. I can't do it anymore. All right. We lost 2 cargo ships of 12,000 tons each. We lost 7 of 8 aircraft. Apparently one of them was smart enough to not kill himself. And one of the Type B1 subs was lost. For 2 more command points. Just going to jump in here, guys. That was a bug where planes were crashing into the water when they shouldn't. And that bug has been fixed. So just an FYI, just to let you all know that at the time I was playing this, the patch that fixed that hadn't come out yet. And at the time that we're posting this, the chat or the patch has come out that would fix that problem. These guys definitely need to repair, so we'll have to release them. We also get command points back for releasing them. Those are going to keep carrying cargo. And these ships, I think, are all okay, so I think what we'll actually do with these guys is just rearm them. They've got to be closer to port. Where is this? It's just a sub. Trying to get that guy and some cargo over to Port Moresby, which is 1,000 supply left. Milne Bay only has 500 troops. I didn't know you could have that few. 4,000. Ranelli Island is using up supply. I assume as you lose aircraft, you use supply to generate more aircraft. I believe that's how it works. All right, so that oiler and destroyer are going to stay. These guys are going to move closer to port so they can rearm. These subs are going to move closer to port. So I think some of them might need to repair. All right, so these guys rearm, release. So we get some command points back for releasing them. But then if I go to new C, well, actually, first, let's go back to the command screen or the summary screen. So the subs are going to be repaired for 5 days. 2 Mahan-class destroyers are also being repaired. And then we've got the Fletcher, Atlanta, and Portland being repaired. If we go to New Hebrides and we go to new C, do we get the... Can we get the, what is it, the Northampton? The Chester's back. It says I can have the Chester now. So it's like when you release them, you don't get them. Well, no. Because the Chester was repaired. So why would the Northampton still not be something I can... It's like... But where, sir? I don't know. Get a CV. The problem with the CVs is they're so damn expensive. I want a carrier. I want to go sweep the sea lanes with carriers, but they're so expensive. Like the Enterprise is, where is she anyway? Or the Yorktown class. Yeah, if I get the Enterprise, she's like, oops. She's 90. 90 cost. That leaves me no money for escorts. So, yeah, it doesn't leave me a lot of wiggle room. Got a handful of destroyers out there that I could throw into a carrier task force. But not enough to feel comfortable about sending the carriers anywhere in particular. Carriers are overrated. The future is battleships with big guns. Let's take a look here. If we take a look at repair, I don't think I get these guys back. I think I have to pay for them back. But maybe when they're done repairing, I get some of the command points back. Japanese losses are now 10 ship. I thought, wouldn't it be 11 now that we sank a third? Oh, that's our losses. 10 ships for 63,000 tons. Their losses are 11 ships for 66,000 tons. Most of my tonnage is merchant shipping. We've lost 16 aircraft. They've lost 8. But I want to say that 7 of our aircraft killed themselves, so I feel like that doesn't count. And, yeah. Okay. Let me see. One quick moment. All right. Trying to see what we should do. I'm just trying to think through what we would do next. So we'll pull these guys back. I'm trying to see if I get more command points every day. I don't know if I do or not. So new day. I didn't see any more command points. Keep an eye on that while our ship sails back to port. We'll wait till the 19th and see if we get anything. If it's only for... Or I guess if you're here, Wolf, do you ever get command points back for anything other than sinking ships? Weekly is what you think it is, Wookie? I swear we got a few back just randomly. So that would make sense if it's every so often. Ignore. I'm not going to deal with enemy patrol aircraft. You get some back for releasing. Yeah, I knew that, but... By that logic, shouldn't I have almost my full complement? All right, you guys are going to Port Moresby to resupply. Oh, shit. Enemy warships near Moresby. Can we bomb them? Too dark. Sure hope they're not landing at Moresby. I've only got 2,000 troops there, or 1,000 troops there. They're headed toward Moresby. Oh, no! Moresby is bombarded by enemy ships. That can happen? And to answer my own question, yes, it can. And when a task force bombards an enemy base, either the port or the airfield can be reduced by 1, which means you can slowly basically destroy an airfield or port over time and require enemy logistics to build the base back up. I think the highlight of this episode was obviously the Kamikaze Wildcats. That was kind of funny. We also did manage to destroy a couple more ships early on with some submarine action. I did cut out about 30 to 40 minutes worth of just sort of extemporaneous discussion, but also a couple of torpedo and sub attacks that really went nowhere. That's going to do it for this episode. When we pick up our next episode, we're going to change our approach, shift away from the use of submarines quite so much, and look at maybe getting a battleship into action to clear out the waters around Guadalcanal. However, until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, I'm out.